Bill Belichick.
An era met with skepticism.
He's trying to impress his girlfriend. He's trying to make some money. And ultimately, I don't think it's going to work.
Could this impact his legacy? We saw, the legendary Bill Walsh and his career at Stanford. That didn't go well.
But now, it's time to forge a new way. Not the Patriot way, but the Carolina way.
Practice with a purpose. Improve. That's the name of the game. Improve. All right? And the last thing is to compete on every play. That's what I'm asking all of you, and honestly, that's what I expect from all of you. And that's what you should expect from me.
The Carolina of old is over. And a new Carolina is being born. One grounded in discipline, grit, toughness, and execution. The time has come to remind the world the Carolina Blue isn't associated with softness, but rather greatness. Are you ready? It's time for Carolina football.
Man, it's time for game day. It's the Tar Heel game day with your Hill brothers, or Hill brothers, should I say. He is having difficulties. He might join us later. It is September 1st. It is Labor Day. It is time for Tar Heel football. It is UNC's time to get on the field. It is time that our fans get to watch our team. There's no more watching. We are the team that gets to be on primetime television. No more watching the football games. No more having to sit back and wait. Like I said, my brother is hopefully on the way. He was doing some grass cutting at the church, and his lawnmower broke down, and he wasn't able to get it on the trailer. So now he's having to shove it up on the trailer, and hopefully he'll be here soon. So it's just me for right now. Going to sit here and talk a little Carolina football, talk a little TCU, talk about a little bit about the game day traditions that we like to do around here. Maybe we'll get into the little watch party. If you don't have a place to, watch the game or anybody to hang out with to watch the game with, join us 6:30 YouTube. We're going to do going to have a cookout watch party. The other member of the Hill brothers, Tori, he'll be with us. You probably have some guest appearances. I know Tar Heel Ron. I'm pretty sure he's going to be on here sometime this evening. Still unconfirmed whether we're going to have Jacob Turner on later this evening before the game. We're going to cook out. We got 8 pounds of chicken. We're going to have crock pot macaroni and cheese. Let's see. I think my wife's baking some chocolate chip cookies. Man, we're going to do it up. We're going to set it up out on the back deck. Set up the TV, set up the recording equipment. Man, we're really going to get after it. So 6:30, come hang out with us. Nathan will be here to carry this stream. Will be here to carry the stream, and it won't be left up to little old me. But man, let's get into it. 8 o'clock, Kurt Herbstreit I think it's Reese Davis. Man, this place is going to be electric. I can't wait to see the atmosphere. It's just going to be electric. I know what you hear, the noise and the stadium atmosphere. You're not going to be able to perceive it through the TV. But man, I really hope that place is super loud. I hope it sounds loud on TV. I hope everybody in Keenan is going absolutely crazy. We would have loved to have been there, but man, we're so glad that we're going to get to hang out with you guys on the watch party. But man, this is probably going to be, in my opinion, probably going to be the biggest game in Chapel Hill, probably since the Judgment Day game in '97. The atmosphere is going to be absolutely crazy. I mean, Mac Brown was trying to get them to open the quad for the entire time he was here. They was unable to do it. North Carolina went fully into football, $10 million for a head football coach, going to open up the quad, the pit, all that for tailgating. They're having designated student areas for tailgating. They're calling it Chapel Thrill. Pre-game concerts. Chase Rice is doing a concert before the game in front of the Wilson Library. Man, it's just going to be a ruckus atmosphere up there today. Then on top of that, you're going to have the game day light is what I'm calling it. I think they're calling it the countdown show. It starts an hour before the game. They're going to, you'll have the ESPN crew out there. All eyes are officially on UNC. And then you got the TCU. No eyes are on TCU. Nobody is talking about TCU, and that maybe that could be a good thing for TCU, and that could also be a bad thing for UNC. Headed to Chapel Hill right now to attend the Chase Rice concert before the game. Hey, Mark, man, go up there, enjoy yourself. Come join us on the watch party live stream. Give us a little inside information on what it's like up there. Just tell us how crazy is it up there before and during that game, man. We'd really love to know. I'm 100% sure that it is going to be crazy. I can't wait to see it on TV. I just want to see what the spectacle looks like on TV. Hey, there's Tar Heel Ryan. It is game day, baby. I can't wait. It's we're officially 8 hours till the ball is kicked in the air. I'm pretty sure I read the kickoff is scheduled for 8:08 and it is 12:08. We got a solid 8 hours to kick it before they kick it. You know what I'm saying? We got to get out there. I saw where Jeff Blackwood at like 6 o'clock this morning was loading up the truck to be at the tailgate area by 8 o'clock when the gates open. Man, there's people all over that campus already from what I've been seeing. It is just going to be crazy. Man, I'm so excited for this game. I'm excited for the game, but, I still say North Carolina's not going to win the game. That's just one of those things. I hope North Carolina wins, obviously. But in the previews, predictions, and all that good stuff, I don't have North Carolina winning this game. Hopefully I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. But if North Carolina doesn't win the game, it's not terrible. It's not the end of the world. I promise. This Tar Heel team is going to have a lot better season outside of just one game. This is going to be a good season. I think the Tar Heels are going to finish with 8, probably 8 or 9 wins in the season, maybe 10 wins with a bowl game victory. It is game day, Darren. It's here. It's finally here. Labor Day. People have the day off. They can get rowdy. The students have all day to hydrate at their local fraternity houses, tailgates, whatever. Then, when they get led into the stadium, they are fully hydrated and ready to make a lot of noise. Hopefully, I don't want to see a single seat empty in that stadium when they show it on the TV, because that would just be unfortunate for the first game of the Bill Belichick era not to be a butt in every single seat in that place. But man, y'all got any questions? Y'all got any comments? Put them down there. We can talk about it. We can discuss it. But yeah, as far as game days, man, around here, me and Nathan, this is what we do. We try to. We started this new program. We started this season. We thought about starting the last season. We just never could get it off the ground. So this season we're just dedicated to having a pregame talk show, 45 minutes to an hour, sometime before the game. Tar Heel Game Day. That's what it's going to be. Some days, sometimes it might be on site in UNC, but with us not being able to get to UNC for this one, uh, it's just we're doing it. We're doing it at home. Well, I'm doing it at home. Nathan is currently, struggling with a lawnmower, trying to drag it up on a trailer because it won't start. Yeah, man. Man, we don't really have any pregame traditions. We typically I guess if we're in UNC we have some, but if we're not at UNC, we just kind of hang out, chit chat, talk about it, and then we get ready for our live stream watch parties before the game. But in Chapel Hill, man, uh, normally we try to park at the astronomy building, where they got the big sundial. It's right there off Franklin Street. That's usually where we start our days. Um, we go, we'll walk Franklin, of course. Well, me and the wife, we eat at Raising Cane's. That's pretty much the only place we eat. Now we do eat. Well, we've ate pretty much everywhere. We've ate at the top of the hill. Sutton's, you got to get a hot dog from Sutton's. Them things are absolutely ginormous. Um, Me and my grandpa got one. Well, me and my grandpa, the first time we went to Sutton's, me and my grandpa, we bought 2 hot dogs from Sutton's. And if you ever ate a hot dog at Sutton's, you know how stinking big those things are. Well, me and my grandpa did not realize how stinking big those hot dogs was. And we got 2 hot dogs because, we was hungry. Well, they brought out 2 hot dogs, and 2 hot dogs was literally the size of a dinner plate. And that's probably about a half a pound each. And, we just got the normal chili cheese and chili cheese on top of it. Man, we couldn't finish them. We barely could finish one hot dog, and we didn't. I don't even think we finished both hot dogs. And the funny part about it was the waitress, when we ordered 2 hot dogs, she kind of looked at us like we was absolutely nuts. She was like, you sure you want 2 hot dogs? It was like, yeah. We're pretty hungry. We'll take 2 hot dogs. She was like, okay. No, she didn't. She didn't come out and say, hey, these things are pretty big. She just kind of looked at us like we was nuts and said, okay. So we get them things. I swear it's the biggest hot dog I've ever seen. Yeah, you get that orange creamsicle orange aid, whatever they call it at Sutton's. That's a good drink. That's probably my favorite. If I go to Sutton's, Raising Cane's, of course, you got the chicken strips and the cane sauce and the French fries. That's probably the new tradition as far as for when me and the wife and the kids go Chapel Hill, because man, that place is just good. Got a lot of memorabilia inside there. Get in, get out. If it's not crowded. One place we ain't never been, that's Sup Dogs. Never been to Sup Dogs to eat a hot dog. Although I've heard their hot dogs are pretty good too. But we've never made it into there. We've ate at Top of the Hill once. It was good. We was kind of just in some t-shirt and shorts when we was in there, so it kind of felt out of place because everybody in there was dressed kind of swanky. If you know what I mean, that it looked like one of them uptown type restaurants on Main Street. But it was good food, no problems there. That was good food, nice memorabilia. It's nice to see where they do the Carolina live shows with the coaches during the week. Then of course you got Chapel Hill Sportswear, Shrunken Head, Johnny T-shirt, Alumni Hall. You got to find a place to go get all your North Carolina swag before the games. It's a real financial endeavor when the family makes it to Chapel Hill, because some money is typically spent walking down Franklin Street before the games, and then after you get down Franklin Street, you walk into the store, the student store, and man, they got just as much, if not more, than Franklin Street's got. So then you're like, oh my gosh, I need this, I want that. And then you're walking to the stadium with another bag full, unless you're willing to make the trip from the student store all the way back to Franklin Street to dump your stuff back off. So man, we always make a trip out of it. No matter what, it's always a trip. It's just nice. It's just a nice campus. It's just a nice place to be, walk around, sight see. Man, if you've never been to Chapel Hill, for a game, football, basketball, baseball, it really don't matter, man. Whatever the game is, the campus, if the students and everybody's on campus, that place is hopping. Um, and there's Carolina blue everywhere. Stop by the old well, get you a drink of the water. You know what I'm saying? You got to get some of that well water, that Lucky well water. You know, I gotta top off every once in a while. But yeah, man, that's what we do when we're in Chapel Hill before the games. You know, we try to get to our seat 30 minutes beforehand. You know, see them warm up, practice, whatever you want to call it, and then you know, be in your seat well and good in time before the Carolina band takes the field. Then the team has the big entrance where they run through the band tunnel and the press and the smoke, the flames, the Hell's Bells, and all that good jazz. You guys out there, y'all got any game day traditions y'all typically do before the games? Y'all get to 10. Put it in the chat. Um, um, yeah, put them in the chat. We'll talk about 'em. I'll throw them up on the screen. But man, yeah, we can talk a little bit about TCU real quick. You know, TCU, you know, they're really established. Um, it's, and I'll give you my reasoning for why I think North Carolina's going to win. I'll go more in depth why I think North Carolina's going to lose this game. It's not really a good thing to talk about North Carolina losing on Tar Heel game day, but let's just prepare for the worst. We can expect the best, prepare for the worst. Um, man, Hoover, man, he's a real solid quarterback. He's been there, done that. I don't know if you guys seen any of the Ohio State Texas game. And I'm not comparing Arch Manning to Hoover by any means, but you saw where Arch Manning really struggled against, really struggled. And I think it was more or less due to the caliber of opponent he was playing against and the caliber of defense he was playing against, the play caller and all that. And he's young. He doesn't have the experience. He doesn't have the wherewithal to know, changing of the sight pictures, 7-man front, then 3 of those 7 drop back as soon as he snaps the ball. Then the receiver he thought was going to have open wasn't open because now they're covered. Now there's pressure in his face, and he doesn't have a place to go with it. So I don't think Hoover will get rattled like that. Now, who knows? Steve Belichick has proven to be a good defensive coordinator. I'm sure he'll have plenty of sight picture changes ready for Hoover. He does like to get out. He does like to get the ball out quick. He was sacked 16 times in 13 games, or 16 times in 13 games, I believe. So last year they did not give up a lot of sacks due to the fact that, he typically does like to get the ball out quicker. He has a quick release. And he doesn't really give the defensive line time to get there. So North Carolina, I don't know if you bring pressure and try to get to him and leave your guys out there on the island, and hope that they can cover, or if you drop back and play more coverage and hope your defensive line can get pressure and stop the run. Because if you have more in coverage, then you're in smaller sets, you're in your nickels, your dimes, and that leaves you vulnerable size wise if they decide to stack the box and run the ball. And if they say that Hoover likes the middle of the field, well, you would think if Belichick is a mastermind, that he would be able to take away the middle of the field. But then you got your McAllisters, and I can't remember the other guy's name they brought in out of the portal. But then you leave them out on the edge against your corners one-on-one. If you're just trying to clog the middle of the field. So it's it's. I'm trying to find that TCU's offensive coordinator's name real quick. Kendall Briles, and that name might sound familiar to Tar Heel fans, depending on how long you've been a Tar Heel fan. Kendall Briles was the offensive coordinator for Baylor in the 2015-2016 season, where after North Carolina got robbed in the ACC championship game with the onside kick against Clemson, they went and played Baylor in the bowl game, and Baylor ran for like 600 yards. That was Kendall Briles was the offensive coordinator of Baylor when they ran all over North Carolina. Kendall Briles is now the offensive coordinator for TCU. They do like the run and shoot type offense. That's what they do. Hoover did throw for almost 4,000 yards. At the same time, they are not going to not run the ball. They was not very successful running the ball last year, but that does not mean they're not going to try to run the ball this year. I fully expect Mr. Briles to try to run the ball because it's been well documented that North Carolina over the past seasons has not stopped the ball very well. I think TCU rushed for like 3.6, 3.7 yards per carry last season, but North Carolina last season on the whole gave up over 4 yards per carry. So North Carolina didn't bring in any notable. Well, I won't say notable. CJ Mims, he's notable, but he's from East Carolina, so he's stepping up in competition. So you need his game to step up, and it's unproven. So until he proves it, he can play the tackle position at a high level in Power 4 competition. You just don't know. But they don't have a proven tackle, and that's who really clogs up the middle for the run stop. Um, so without a proven defensive tackle, and the inability to stop the run. And if TCU can just run the ball and just run the ball down the throats all day, it's going to be a long day for North Carolina. And then once they establish the run, then that just makes Hoover's job that much easier off RPOs, play actions. He's not very mobile, so I don't think if the play breaks down, he's just going to run all over North Carolina like you saw some other quarterbacks do last season. He is more the stand in the pocket guy. He will run if necessary. He's not like the Sam Howell, the Castellanos, the King, whatever his name is from Georgia Tech, who just absolutely ran all over the place this weekend. Hey Ron, I appreciate you cleaning up my spot. Now, I don't know when I'll be able to make it. You'll have to ask my wife. Georgia is a drive depending on what part of Georgia it is. But I do appreciate you cleaning out the spot for me. Does it come with a heater? What kind of stand are we talking about? Is it just like a ladder stand out in the elements, a box stand, one of them like plastic insulated type joints? I'm sure you spared no expense when it comes to setting up your deer stands. But yeah, I appreciate you cleaning up the spot. Maybe I can get down there and show you how it's done one afternoon. Okay, so I'll probably rehash some of this stuff on the pregame show, but we'll talk about it. North Carolina can win this game. I don't think North Carolina will win this game. Again, North Carolina absolutely can win this game, and here is how I think North Carolina wins this game. I think North Carolina wins this game if they establish the run. We have a plethora of running backs in the backfield. Okay, you have Caleb Hood, Davion Goss, Bullet, whatever you want to call him, and Benjamin Hall. And Carter French. That's 4. From what I've heard, Benjamin Hall is looking awesome. Benjamin Hall is performed really well in preseason camp, and they like what they see. So you know what you have in Javion Goss. You kind of know what you have with Caleb Hood, but you don't really. Caleb Hood is when he's healthy, he's probably the most talented back you have in the backfield. But you have to see it first. Caleb Hood has come in for a couple plays and flashed a couple years ago when North Carolina was at Appalachian State. North Carolina doesn't win that game without that catch out of the backfield that Caleb Hood had. Caleb Hood has all the talent in the world. His body has just been his greatest enemy. He has pulled hamstrings. He's constantly in the trainer's room with, okay, Ron, single man ladder. I can handle that. I can dress warm. It probably don't get that cold in Georgia anyway. But yeah, Caleb Hood. I think Caleb Hood's the X factor. If you get a Caleb Hood that is fully healthy, can run the ball 15, 20 times, that backfield is just elevated to a whole new level. And then on top, you bring in Davion Goss. I mean, I don't exactly remember how many yards he ran for last season, but he come in and spelled Omarion Hampton. He looked good. I think he needs to clean up the pass protection aspect of it, get a little stronger in the pass protection, being able to pick up the blitzes from the linebackers and the defensive backs. And if he's able to do that, then he'll definitely find a spot, because Bill Belichick is high on his running backs being able to pick up a blitzer. Benjamin Hall, he's a big guy. Never really got a shot at Michigan. They like what he's seen, and if he can run between the tackles and get you those hard nose yards, that's even better. The biggest thing, North Carolina was going to win this game by controlling time on the clock. And you control time on the clock by being able to run the ball. If you can get 3.5, 4 yards per rush, then that's a pretty good clip. And then you pass when you need to. A lot of these football games this weekend, for anybody that watched them, I think you noticed it was the teams that was able to control the running game, control the line of scrimmage, and control the time of possession. That really helped them, because it looked like the defenses, especially, were way ahead of where the offensive was. You could tell where the receivers and the quarterbacks weren't always on the same page, or they were a step or two off in their timing. And most of these games are low scoring. Ohio State, Texas, 14-7. Sorry, 14-7. Clemson, LSU, 17-10. The outlier being Alabama. They let up 31. South Carolina scored 24. Miami, I can't remember that Miami Notre Dame. I can't remember the final score of that game. I don't think it was extremely high scoring. So I really think the defenses have a chance to really set the tone. And 24-27. So again, it's really not that high scoring. So the defenses seem to be, so far from the games that I've watched, the defenses seem to be a step ahead as far as cohesiveness than the offenses. And these breaking in these new quarterbacks. Alabama's breaking in a new quarterback. Texas, Jesus Christ. Texas was not really breaking in a new quarterback, but Arch Manning, it's his first real start where he was the number one guy for the entire season. And you saw these guys, they kind of struggled. And that brings me to Gio Lopez. Gio Lopez, I don't think I'm pretty confident that he's never played in an atmosphere that he's going to play in tonight. You hope the moment is not too big for him. Hey, buddy. Yeah. You hope the
Did I add myself in? I didn't mean to do that.
You did. Hey,
I didn't mean
Nathan.
to do that at all. Hi. Hold on a second. I'll be back momentarily.
You're here now. Okay, so
I don't
back
know
to
how.
Gio Lopez. You want me to kick you out? Oh, there he goes. Yeah, Gio Lopez. You really hope the uh, the moment is not too big for him. You hope that he can perform like he performed in South Alabama. Um, but these defenses are more cohesive, and you don't. I don't know how exotic the defenses he's seen in South Alabama are. But TCU is probably going to throw some stuff. Is really going to throw some stuff at him to try to confuse him and try to get him to throw an interception or not or hold on to the ball, which he tends to do sometimes. Um, so I think North Carolina really needs to be able to establish the run if they want to win the game. What you think, Nathan?
Yeah. Man. No. Happy game day, everybody. Happy game. It's off to a great start. A fantastic start. Um, I just want to give everybody a look-see here of what's going on. Me and this here lawnmower just went through a time. Stop cranking up on me. I was cutting some grass over here at our church, and it's back there, but I'm cutting this side of the road here. And was cutting grass, stopped to grab my weed eater, and boom, the lawnmower said no more. But the cool thing is, at our church, we got some cops. Well, one of them happened to shout out to Andrew, who just left a minute ago. He came over here, helped me out, him and another buddy of his, and got it up here. And the fun thing is now is that lawnmower cranks up. So it's good, really good. I'm happy. I'm excited. It's game day.
So why how did the lawnmower crank when the police rolled up?
I don't know. I guess it decided, screw it. I got to do something. So it started working. Guys, I'm trying to see all of the just joined on. Gio Lopez played at LSU, but obviously not a home crowd. 100% Kevin. I'm saying this all on my phone. Sorry, this is I'm clearly not at home as I am going to now. I'm actually going to sit here and wait for so that way I can get into the cameras and everything. So, anywho, for tonight. We're talking about Gio Lopez.
Yes.
He's pretty cool. He's a pretty all right fella.
Yeah, so I was just talking about, I don't think he's played in a game of this magnitude.
Oh,
I wasn't aware that he played at LSU, but LSU versus South Alabama doesn't really, ring true as like if it was LSU versus Alabama. You know what I mean? That atmosphere at the South Alabama game for LSU is probably not as ruckus as it would be for an SEC opponent.
well, no, I mean, they were, yeah. South Alabama went to LSU last year, and Gio played fantastic in that game. I'm pretty sure he threw for 400 yards in that game, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, that
No
that bodes well.
interceptions,
That
no
bodes well.
interceptions or anything. I could be wrong. Somebody check me on that. I can't look at stats right now. But no, Gio, nobody on this team outside of Thaddeus Dixon, and that's it, has played at a game at this level
I
on this
know. What,
team.
what about what about the linebacker from Washington?
He was a true freshman last year.
Well, he still had to play
Um,
some big games, right?
no, Washington was horrible last year.
Mm.
They're horrible. Their biggest game was well, no, not their biggest game. Their biggest strength was the defense. The offense was horrible. 2 seasons ago, Thaddeus Dixon, when they went to the national championship game
National
with
championship,
yeah, Michael Penix, that I mean that's the magnitude. Now, North Carolina, TCU, it's not national championship level. Let's make sure we clarify here. But this is Bill Belichick coming to college for the first time ever, and him being an 8-time Super Bowl champion, 6 as the head coach. You come in with all the hype in the world, like, oh my God, Belichick is coming to North Carolina. He's going to flip Carolina on its head. Could it work? Could it not work? The national media, the buzz showing up, daggum 173 for which game did he throw for 400, Kevin? Appreciate you looking that up for me. 173, 17 to 23 at LSU. Hey, I'll take that.
That's still not terrible. If he
No,
throws for 173, 17 to 23 tonight, we North Carolina probably wins the game.
oh yeah. I think he'll go for 200 tonight.
I hope so.
I say 200 because I think the wide receivers are going to find a way to get loose.
Yeah.
A couple of plays, a couple of big plays. Jordan Ship, definitely being one of them. One tutty got there only on the day. Nice. Okay, good. Kevin, your stats guy now, Kevin. I appreciate you, dude.
Yeah,
Happy
Kevin,
game day, by the way, Kev. It feels so good to be able to say that. But so this is a massive game.
it is a massive game.
For it to be a regular season, first game of the season type of deal. This is a huge game. The national world will be watching you. They posted Carolina football posted a graphic this morning that says all eyes on Chapel Hill. That's true.
Yeah, I
That's
saw that.
100%
That
true.
was a good graphic. It
It was
is.
very good. Their graphics department and their video production has went up astronomically over the last 8 months. And I'm not saying
Yeah.
it was bad. It was never bad, but it's gotten progressively better over the last couple of years.
Isn't that the Justin guy that we met at kickoff? Justin.
He's the social media manager. Now, how much creative input, I'm not very sure. I just know he filters what goes in and what goes out.
Mm.
That kind of thing.
Right.
From what we've gauged from AJ, the conversations I've had from him. Don't make me a stats guy. Just quickly learn things. Come on, Kev. Come on, man. We'll get you a
Come on,
T-shirt.
Kurt.
Hey,
We need a stats guy.
underdog. Underdog. He'll be our underdog. Looks like he threw for 435 at last year's opener. I forget who that team was that they played there, but
St. Mary's
yeah,
of the Poor.
that'd be nice. But no, this is going to be a huge game. But also, here's the thing: TCU hasn't played at this level either. Not this team.
No, not this team.
Now, if they're now, I don't know enough about the team. I don't think we've heard of anybody that was actually a part of that national championship game a few years ago that's still on the team. I haven't heard of anybody there. I could be wrong there,
Wouldn't that
but
be
I
Bud
haven't.
Clark? Bud
He's the
Clark's been there a while, right?
He's the most seniored. If he's been to the national championship game, then he's played at that level. People that have been in the playoffs, deep in the playoffs, have played at the level of the kind of game this is going to be.
Do you remember Kyle Hamilton for Notre Dame? That plays
Yeah,
for the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that's what Bud Clark is to the TCU Horned Frogs. He's the safety
I
that's
like
kind
that.
of
I like that.
he's the safety that's rangy. He's 3'5", 3'8". He's had like 9 or 10, around 10 interceptions for his career. He went 3-5-3 the past 3 years.
Hmm.
So
North Texas. Oh, cool.
So
I didn't see that.
Yeah, Bud Clark is not a name that you want to see frequently tonight when the lights come on. If Bud Clark is making plays, forcing fumbles, causing havoc in the backfield, now he can make, if he's making a lot of tackles, that could be a good thing. He is one of their big time tacklers. I don't know if that means they bring him down in the box to support the run, or if he's having to clean up the mistakes of the linebackers and the defensive backs.
Yeah,
but yeah, you don't want any big plays associated with Bud Clark because that's usually trouble for North Carolina.
Yeah, and the more I think about this game, and I haven't said this in any of the previews, I'm surprised I haven't yet, but the keys for Carolina defensively are 3 players, in my opinion, outside of the defensive line, which is, of course, because you got to get pressure on your quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But Curtis Simpson, who I expect to be that middle linebacker, kind of playing that Cedric
Andrew
Gray
Simpson?
type of role. Yeah,
I'm sorry. My ears cracking up on me.
Andrew Simpson. If I said his name correctly, I could have been. I keep wanting to say Curtis Simpson. I don't know why. That's
I don't even know who that is.
I don't either, and that's the thing. Like, I know who that is, but I don't know who that is. But Andrew Simpson, number one, who I expect to be that Cedric Gray middle linebacker, and also Marcus and Thad, and I'll tell you why. Josh Hoover is extremely good in between the hash marks in the middle of the field. 91.5%. Right? That was his grades last year. In the middle
Yep.
of the field. His best receiver is going to be on the outside, which is going to be Eric McAllister. He's not a slot guy. He's on the outside. And that's where he performs the best. So if he's going to be outside, most of the time he's probably going to get matched up with either Marcus or Thad. Every once in a
Mhm.
while, a safety. If Thad, I don't worry about enough because he's proven. He's he's
Mhm.
he's a proven commodity, right? But Marcus, who's had the potentials, had good moments. This is the year he's got to put it together. And
Yeah, he's got to finish.
if he can do a good job of knocking McAllister off of his routes and forcing the Josh to have to hold the ball more, and Curtis Simpson can do a good job covering that early middle because he's so fast to get the ball out. He has one of
Yeah.
the quickest times to throws in the country. So
Mhm.
he's gonna want to get it off quick and early. And if he's great down the center, everybody loves a nice slant right in the center. Everybody likes quick slants on the Madden games and in the college football
Mhm.
games. If if Thad and Marcus can knock off McAllister, whoever's on the outside, well, McAllister primarily, and Curtis, I did it again. Andrew can cover that right there in the middle of the field, bat a ball down, intercept it, do what he can. Carolina's going to have a good chance to keep TCU from really exploding like they've shown that they can in previous years.
Did you
And
did you hear the part where I was talking about Kendall Briles?
mm-mm,
Was you around Kendall
mm.
Briles? Does that name sound familiar to you?
Not really.
Think about Baylor.
Okay, it's starting to refresh my memory, but help me out
He was
here.
the offensive coordinator for Baylor when they ran all over him in 2016 in the bowl game.
Oh, 2015. That's it, 2015. Yeah.
Yeah. Gene Chizik would remember him. Yes, he would. I mean, they
Gene
essentially
Chizik
started.
joined the Big Ten or SEC or something like that, the SEC network or something of that nature. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's fine. That's probably the best place for him to analyze instead of coach. But anyway, um, yeah, Baylor essentially started like a wide receiver at quarterback and just ran the ball. Well, you know this, um, but yeah, that's Kendall Briles is now offensive coordinator for TCU, and they pretty much run the same type of offense. Now they obviously this is a season opener, not a bowl game where people's opted out and not coming, so they have an established quarterback. But I, I would expect early and often that they try to run the ball to see if North Carolina is still vulnerable. North Carolina gave up over 4 yards per carry last season. That's and
Yeah.
that's more than TCU rushed for last season. So one of these
Yeah,
things has got to
TCU was
give.
horrible running, and they're still not great from what we've heard. They're definitely going to try it to see if they can get some gain some yards off of that. I'm going to hope that Stephen Belichick has put a point of emphasis on that. We'll see for sure. It's got to be done, um, and you're definitely going to be tested. But if you can do yourself a favor and shut that down for TCU, then you're going to put yourself in a really good position moving forward.
Yeah,
Which
I think so.
that'll put you in. If they shut down the run, then I feel better about the game because we've heard the entire year so far. Where's the strength for North Carolina defensively? Back seven. That has been the strength for them that we've heard out of camp. Now they've got to put it on the field
Yeah,
for sure. But that's where we've heard. So coming into this game, that's the case. And not only that, TCU's got to figure out who North Carolina is.
yeah,
I
they
mean,
don't
think
have a
about it.
clue. They've
Yeah.
watched clips from uh, Cam Newton's error, Freddie Kitchens when he was at Cleveland with Baker Mayfield. That's crazy.
Hmm. That's all they have to go for, and they're
That's
going
all
up
they have.
against they're
And they
going up
have Gio
against a
Lopez take.
coach. Yeah, they got some Gio Lopez tape, but is Gio Lopez going to be used the same way that Gio Lopez was used for South Alabama? because Gio last year was used as a dual threat guy. Gio said openly, like, "Look, my main mission is get the ball out. You know, I'm a pass first
Yeah.
guy. I'll run if I have to."
Right.
Which is good, and that's kind of something that I think that Carolina. I remember one quote that Mac Brown said in Drake May's first year, and he said about that. He said this in during that season, but he also said he told the coaching staff the same thing about Sam when he was here. The design quarterback runs are something that yes we can do, but those guys are going to create running opportunities for themselves just generically. So we need to focus on being an offense
Yeah,
collectively.
you do.
And if the play breaks down, I believe we can trust them. Gio Lopez is put on tape. You can trust this guy when the play breaks
Yeah,
down. I don't know if you've watched much of his tape, going
I
back and
haven't.
reading some. My
Yeah, I was
biggest
about to get to
concerns
that
are
comment
the
that Kevin made.
inches. Yeah, you're gonna have to read comments. I can barely see the things.
Yeah,
They're like
I'll throw
little.
it up on the screen.
They're like yeah. That'll work. That'll work. But to finish up my Gio Lopez statement, or the offense statement, like they're going up against TCU is going up against a team that they have no idea who they're going to be. They've got some good pieces, some really good pieces. We don't know what they look like as a unit, but also how do you prepare for them? And question is the thing, and the other flip side of this, they're not going up against brand new head coach Shane Beamer. They're
No.
going up against Bill Belichick. They're going up against a guy who is notorious for being prepared for the
Yeah.
assignment and is the ultimate football junkie and is showing that even at 73. By the way, quick thing, Mac Brown was even talking very highly about Bill Belichick and the North Carolina Tar
Wow.
Heels during Big Noon the other day, right before the Ohio State Texas game. I just saw this last night. Go ahead.
Didn't see it. But yeah, no, Kevin, I echo those sentiments.
For real, yeah.
The two centers being down, that's really concerning. I mean, not only, I mean, just not the protection wise, but just do we have somebody that can legitimately snap the ball on time and on target? I mean,
Right.
you don't want to sell it over. I mean, he's 6 foot. You don't want to sell it over his head. Um, you do you do you don't want to sell the ball over his head. I don't know what that is, but it is a huge day for the Belichick hair. Holy cow! I love it. I love that name, human hair. I'm hoping that's like
Huge day, the belly check. I love it. Oh my God. They're my favorite. They're now my
I'm hoping
Oh
like the
my
human
gosh.
hair is like a podcast for like they do for like presenting
Like
like
there's like the anatomy.
cancer patients. No, like cancer patients with like wigs, for charity or something. I'm really hoping that's what that is.
Over
Overall for it.
off Rosemary, stop by.
Okay.
Okay. Did Mac think we'll win 8 games? He said no, that they should win and win big, but 8 games is pretty good around here per Mac. So that, maybe we
Yeah.
win
So
9 this year.
no, he's not going to give a prediction because that prediction probably far outseed. Oh, it's a salon. Okay.
Salon. Hey, I will be in Chapel Hill in 2 weeks and I need a haircut. I just got one and I'm a every 2 week man. Straight up.
Um,
I'm gonna have to come see you guys.
but yes, if North Carolina was not down 2 centers, um, I think North Carolina has a better chance to win this game. Um, I hope I'm not giving away the farm here. But I would hope that maybe they have some like design quarterback. Just get the pocket, move the pocket for Geo. Get him out in space on rollouts, and try to hit something across a pass or a post across the field.
Nick Weiler, what's going on, baby? How you doing?
That's what I'm hoping. Just don't leave him like back there. Your classic 3-5 step. You just not the 3 or 5 step drop that that um that's just
You
going
are
to get
my
him run
boy.
over. Oh, you know what I mean?
Where's
Like,
Troy?
where's old Mr. Aiton? Um, you know, give him the best chance to succeed. Just don't put him in that 3 to 5 step drop and get him killed. Try to move the pocket, get him out in space, and let him make plays on the move, or away from most of the defenders. I do agree. The ACC took care of business this weekend. They didn't get.
Unfortunately, outside of Clemson and Virginia Tech, dude, I was so excited for Virginia Tech, man. I thought they
I
were going to do it, but they just
I
kept
really did.
costing themselves issues. Kyron Drones, man, he has good potential, but man, he's
I
got a
think
lot of just boneheaded plays.
that game was closer than I thought it was.
Dude, yeah, I thought it was going to be a runaway.
I was telling Brian that I would expect that trips me out. I just can't take that one seriously. Joe
I
Buck.
know.
Every time I
Yeah.
see it, I'm like, "What, Joe Buck?" Um,
Yeah.
um,
Joe Buck, whoever you are, we appreciate you, brother. If you're
yeah.
the
Thank you for being here. You 100% threw me straight off of what I was trying to say as soon as I saw the name. I was like, "Bah." Anyway,
Oh man.
but yeah, I was telling Brian that I expected the Gamecocks to win by like 3 touchdowns.
Oh yeah, me
Because
too.
I mean, based off of the energy or the lack thereof that they were presenting at ACC kickoff. I mean, the coaches just didn't seem like he was very enthused.
You know, on that note, I got to thinking back to that day during the game yesterday.
Hmm.
And as I was sitting there, I remembered, you remember that D lineman that was extremely
Yep.
good and very well spoken?
Yes.
I loved his energy throughout the day. And I'm like, you know what? His energy was embodied on that defensive line yesterday because, dude, they got after Sellers. Sellers
They did.
last year, I don't think was sacked like that.
He got sacked 3 times, one for a safety.
And dude, did you see the one where it was the fumble, but they recovered it and ended up getting the 30 yards back the next play? Like, bro,
Yeah.
Charlie
Um,
Briggs.
yeah. But yeah, man, no, the ACC really put some
Oh,
people on notice. Florida State, going out
yeah.
there and handling Alabama. They didn't squeak by Alabama. They didn't get lucky against Alabama. They handled Alabama thoroughly. Shout out to Plant the Spear podcast. Enjoy that one.
Dude, yeah.
That's a huge win. Miami
Great guys.
take Miami taking care of Notre Dame.
The catch, bro.
Notre
The
Dame don't
catch.
lose to Notre Dame don't lose to ACC teams
Mm.
outside of Clemson, and they don't usually lose to Clemson that often either. So
They do lose at Miami a good bit.
look,
Their losing streak there continues.
six
I
or
forget how
seven
many
games
it is.
now. I
Yeah,
think it's 6 or 7 games now. Yeah, NC State beat ECU, whoop-de-doo,
barely.
barely. Duke beat whoever they played.
Which I am not sold on Duke. And I'm not saying that because it's a rival. I'm saying that because, like, with all the hype that I heard a lot of people talk about with Duke and this offense and Darian Mensah and the crew, yeah, you look at the final score, they're like, oh man, they handled business. But they really weren't all that great, to be honest with you. Human hair. If we win
Yeah,
tonight, it will round out a great first week. One of the funniest I remember. What's the fun? I like fun. Fun is fun. Duke was tied
one of the
10-10
funnest.
halftime. Yeah.
No, they were saying it's one of the funnest weeks that they remember, as in like football wise. The ACC being
Oh yeah.
handling business on the football field. Duke won.
Were were
Cal
they at
won.
Elon?
Stanford. No, that's a Duke.
Oh, I was going to say. I know they played Elon last year to open up the season. It's like, dang, did they actually? I was like, I didn't think that Power Four would go down there, but I mean, shoot.
Dang, I could be wrong. They might have been at Elon. Oh, sorry, Tyler. No, it
Oh,
is a Duke.
okay. I was getting ready to say, dang, I hear you. Go Duke.
Um, but yeah, Stanford lost. I think Wake Forest won barely. Uh,
Stanford, I honestly didn't know you know something? Here is behind the scenes kind of look. When I did my ACC predictions live the
mhm.
other Saturday,
Yeah,
I thought that Stanford had beaten uh, the Rainbow
Warriors.
Warriors.
No, they
Yeah, because
lost.
I like they looked good, but they lost 24-20. Also, Charlie Briggs can't wait to get out there, man. 2 weeks from today, or today, I'm thinking today's Saturday. It feels like Saturday. Um, 2 weeks from last Saturday, a couple days ago, be up there for the Richmond game. Sections 105, 106. I will be there. So see you guys there.
Come on, my lady. Let me escort you to the seat.
I got to get me a little towel.
A little
Absolutely.
towel.
Yeah, like that. I'm friggin' like I'm gonna be. Uh,
Sweating.
no, you know how everybody has like the people that escort like that, the ushers that are in like suit and
Oh,
ties. They have
yeah,
like a
oh, yeah.
little.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
You're talking about like the little butler towel that goes across their forearm.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I
I
was
got you.
trying to think of the guy that helped Batman. I cannot remember his name. Who was who was Batman's butler? Who was Bruce Wayne? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's hard. I can't remember. We'll just say Jarvis. Alfred, thank you.
Alfred, there you
Alfred,
go.
there you go. Yeah, I'm doing my
Jeez. Kevin,
best Alfred.
where would we
Kevin,
be without you, brother?
I know,
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
I know, bro. I can't, man. Got tickets in 105. Excited to see. Yeah, let's go, Joe Buck.
Let's go, Joe Buck. Coming to
You
the
and
hill.
you and Troy gonna interview Belichick before the game.
Man,
Hey,
leave
bro,
that
I get
man
to meet
alone.
Joe Buck. Let's go. Oh my God.
Man, I can't. Man, I'm so excited for this game. You know,
Yeah.
we're about 7 hours out. Um, we got a lot to do between here and then. Man, I am so excited.
I'm currently waiting on my pastor to show up so I can get my cameras out of the church. I accidentally left yesterday before I took a little road trip.
Yeah,
That way we can actually have multiple cameras, in which I still haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to be doing tonight, but I'll get back and I'll play with that all afternoon. That way I know exactly what's going to be happening there. You guys are going to get a treat, man. You guys are going to get us. Tori, the brand new Hill brother, is going to be with us. He's covering basketball for us this year. We're also going to have Tar Heel Ron, who's been in the comments, I do believe,
yeah, he's been here.
today.
He told me he cleared out my spot for. He cleared my hunting spot out today.
So, human hair. We technically live in South Carolina, but our mom's family, and Alan was born up there. I wasn't. Was born in the Lenore, North Carolina area. That's where we're from. But yeah, we're just right here at the South Carolina, North Carolina line. Basically, just like 45 minutes down from Charlotte. So okay, cool. Yeah, we're down here in the field country. So
In the sticks,
we got here.
kicking,
I was thinking of that.
kicking
That.
frogs.
Was that Brantley Gilbert that said there was a song "Kicking It in the Sticks"? That's the song I thought
Kicking
about.
it, kick it in
Yeah,
the sticks. Yeah.
yeah. That's the first song I thought about when I did that
Bow,
voice there.
bow, bow, bow. No, let's take it outside. So
You know, our buddy Jordan, he listened to that song religiously for like
kick it in the
years.
sticks or take it outside.
Both, but "Kick It in the Sticks" for more. It's for like, dude,
Yeah.
he used to wear me out in that song, man. Like, it's a good
All right.
song.
Well, give us your some of your game day routines when you're up in the old Chapel Hill. I went through mine earlier, and anybody in the comments, if y'all got any got to dos when you're in Chapel Hill before big game day, y'all can drop them in the comments, and we'll share them on screen with everybody.
Absolutely, we'll be doing that. So monitor the chat while I talk about me. So here's the cool thing. We have our normal one that we've always done, and I think I heard you. I kind of turned you on as I was grunting and you know pulling on a lawnmower to pull it up a trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which is why people that are joining in late, I am not in my normal spot because I had to. I didn't know I was going to get to do this actually because right before an hour before we were supposed to go on, my lawnmower cut out on me and I couldn't get it up on my trailer to get it back home, so I had to pull it, and two cops ended up helping me out. So go me. Um, yeah, that's why I'm not in normal game day attire. But typically on game day, I'm in full game day attire. I am excited. I'm looking forward to it. And so we got a 3 hour drive to Chapel Hill whatever time of the day. So if it's like a 3:30 game, normally you're on the road by 6 in the morning. 6:15, somewhere in that range. You're on the road getting up there because you like to get up there, and I like to be able. It's the same thing. Speaking of Jordan, I seen he was supposed to be
He is
there.
Jordan.
He is, yes,
Michael Jordan will be there tonight.
yes,
Now, whether you
yes.
see him, you won't see him outside the stadium. He'll get dropped off inside the stadium, picked up
Oh,
inside
dude,
the
yeah,
stadium,
yeah.
probably
He'll
out by
get.
the fourth quarter start.
Yeah, he'll be airlifted into like center field like 3 hours before the game, and he'll just be hanging out with Bill the entire time. But hey, real quick, isn't it good? Can't you tell this is a huge game when Michael Jordan, a guy who Carolina
Yes.
fans have wanted to pour money into, is now showing up to a football game all of a sudden? Think
Yeah.
about that. Think about how
Michael
big this
Jordan
is.
don't typically basically comes to maybe Duke, North Carolina when they're ranked inside the top 5.
Yeah, I just
Uh,
wanted to say,
uh,
Jordan.
yeah.
I knew it was coming. I was waiting on it.
I was waiting for the Jordan comments to come in.
Honestly, I was gonna pull one out, but then I was like, "Ooh, isn't it cool that Jordan is gonna be here?" But anywho, so
Maybe she'll come by your salon.
hey, hey, that's kind of cool, actually. Um, Awesome. You got to do pictures of that. But yeah, so game day, 3 hour drive on the way up there. You're listening to, so if you go on, I have YouTube Music, but I think it's on Spotify and everybody else too, Apple Music and everything. The Spotify or the YouTube Music playlist, it's called Game Day Vibes. All the universities have one. Tar Heel Game Day stuff. Um, you can listen to all the band music. I listen to the entire soundtrack all the way up there. And then you got to throw in
I'm
PD
finding all right with
Pablo in
you.
North Carolina. You got to throw in I throw in Hell's Bells because I think that would be a super cool entrance or something. For Whom the Bell Tolls. Um I listened to Carolina Victory like 4 or 5 times. I don't know why. I just do. I really like that song. I
Yeah.
actually look up the so I'm me and Alan both are band guys. We were in band
Yep.
and I love drum lines. So I actually will turn on a video that people have posted tons of videos like this, but of the UNC drum line, and I'll listen to the UNC drum line like I was live on the way up there. I'll re-listen to some of our stuff. I'll listen to Target 24/7. Um, some Inside Carolina stuff. I listen to it's like North Carolina all the way there, and then when I
It's a
get there,
sponge.
oh dude, yeah. And then when I get there, it is a and I think my AirPods just died, so hopefully everything switched over fine. But I listened
Jump on me.
to good.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. So I'll get up there and then it is time to park either in the parking deck behind the post office or over there by the sundial, like I heard you talk about earlier.
Yep.
Sometimes, and I did this a couple times last year where I parked across the street. So the parking deck behind the post office, there's now another brand new parking deck that they put right across the street from that one. Super nice too. I'll sometimes park in there. And then it's time to start the walk over there by um I can't think of the name of this shop. Really nice Indian guy. He runs it. I love that dude. And it's at the bottom, by the sundial on the post office side, and you work your way up. You pass your Suttons, you go into your Chapel Hill Sportswear, you go and walk around. Even though it's church you've saw 45 different times, I can walk around in there for an hour and just like
Yeah.
gawk at the same things all over again.
Shrunken
And then
head.
Shrunken Head Boutique. I really like them too. They're good people. Um, Shrunken Head, Chapel Hill Sportswear, all the other little shops that are in there I can't think of the names of. All like that. Pashy eating joints. I don't typically eat anything to start off. Normally, because you got to get your initial lap in, and then you get you a little something. Then you put a little something on your stomach. Uh, and then go all the way down to Alumni Hall. That's when you cross
Mm-hmm.
the street, and then
Yep.
you're across the street, and then you walk the street back down, hitting Johnny T-shirt, things of that nature. Also, stop by Carolina Coffee and get you a coffee in there. I freaking love their place.
Dude, I
Really
completely
cool.
forgot they got the team store now.
That is, and we checked it out when we went
Is
to the
this
NC State game. Kevin, by the way, Kevin, appreciate you. I think I saw him in here today. I know he just liked one of our things on Instagram. I just saw it. So Kevin hooking us up last year, being able to go to um the
NC
the
State game.
game, the NC State game. As
Blues
far as I
on.
know, we're going to get to link up with him again this year, at some point in time at the game. I
I'm
think
sure you
while
will.
as I'm doing my little usher gig there. So can't wait to see him as well. And then you walk through then once you start getting closer to game time, you're walking through so you do your lap, and then all the stuff that you bought, obviously you don't want to carry it with you, so you take it back to your vehicle, stop by in there.
You sound just
R-
like me, cuz. Just like me.
what
Sound just like me.
what happened?
You do all your shopping, you got to go back to the truck.
Yeah, you got to go back to the truck. You got to drop off your apparel. You got to reapply the cologne that you've sprayed because you smell like outside and you still want to sniff pretty, right?
I don't do
So
all that.
then, see, I do. I'm a single man. So
I'm
then,
not sparking, so.
no, no. Well, sometimes you got to spark a little bit, even if it's just like as slight flirtation with the people at the cash register. Yeah, very nice, very nice.
Yeah,
Um,
that would not go well for me. And
no, not at
yeah.
your stage. You're locked down. I'm not. So,
Oh, okay.
hoorah.
You're speaking for this is your experience, not mine. I forgot.
Seat selling, yeah, yeah. So then you start walking and doing your walk through campus. So now you're heading towards the main stage, right? So you walk through, and about that time, it's about time. So you time it up perfectly where you're almost, in line as you're getting to Wilson's library, the band is playing or starting to play because they
Yeah.
always do that there. So you time it up perfectly that way you're there. Then you listen to the band and you gawk and you just like, whoa, it touches you. It touches you in the in the heart, brother.
Hmm.
It does me. I don't know. There's something about Carolina's band that can get me, bro. Like I don't know what it is, dude. Like men these days are like, oh, you must be a man. You must never cry. We are the Hulk. No, shut up. I'm a softie, bro.
No, shut up.
Yeah, like you
Mhm.
get me hyped. I'll friggin' like,
You're shedding them tears,
like
baby.
I'm friggin' yeah, like I'm,
You're shedding them
watching a chick
tears.
flick or something like that, dude. Like I am
Yeah.
horrible with that. So then you go into the student store. Love that place, by the way, dude.
Oh,
So
dude,
many
that place is
options,
awesome.
dude. Yeah, three levels in that bad boy.
I mean, they got
Love.
Lululemon in there. Come
They
on
do.
now.
They did put that in there. I'm not a very frequent shopper of Lulu, but glad to know that you are. And then you go
Well,
through,
I no, I promised my
huh?
wife some of the Lululemon leggings. She has. I bought her one pair last year, and then the Lululemon. She likes them, so they have some that have like the North Carolina insignia on them.
Yeah, I saw 'em.
Yeah, so I promised her a pair of those.
I bought a truck instead. Uh, s- hey, Lulu's got good products. They're up there. Um, but that's
They
okay
do
because
feel soft in the hand.
that is good, man. I am. When I spark, maybe I'll look for the ones that have the Lulu. Anywho's, so
It's
then
going off the
afterwards,
rails.
then you go through the student store. By the way, did I mention that you get a little swig to drink at the Chapel Hill Old
Count.
Well?
Oh no, you skipped that. I
Yeah,
did
yeah,
mention that in mine. You have to refresh it once a year, or it don't
yeah,
count.
yeah. I skipped to Wilson's Library because I like getting to the band portion. But yeah, you always got to tap off your well waters as you're
That whole
walking by.
area is going to be different now.
It is. They got rid of everything over there. Like they cut down all the bushes are down, all that stuff.
They got
They were
like white
planting new
fences
things. I think
up.
flowers.
They got like
Oh, they
white
got
fences
fences
up
up.
right now. Yeah, because that's the new tailgate spot right there in front of Wilson's Library. There's a whole bunch
Oh,
of tailgating going on through there.
I didn't see that they were. I did not see that. I even did the Chapel Thrill video, and I didn't even see that.
Well,
Nice
yeah,
job,
Chase
Benny.
Rice is performing on the stage where the band plays right after Chase Rice on right there in
So
front
is
of
that?
Wilson Library.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm talking about the old well.
Oh, I thought you done made it up about the library again.
No. I see. Okay, I was going to say like, dang, they put all that stuff about the old well, dang. But okay, yeah. But yeah, so yeah, all that'll be different.
Yeah, as soon as you cross
I'll
the
kind of
street
miss
from
that.
Noel.
Right. So and that's like where the ACC huddle goes, and I'm sure probably something along the lines of, well, the countdown might be actually on the field.
Yeah, I'm
Countdown will
thinking
probably be on
countdown.
the field, like they
Yeah,
did
I'd be interested to see where
game day.
game day goes if game day ever comes.
Ah, during like Ohio State, they were like off like behind the stadium, and you could see the stadium, and then they moved inside the stadium. They would probably do something very similar to that. I would say probably one place you could really do it. Well, they got the tailgating there. Honestly, you would have to put it in a spot where the tailgating is, like by the bell tower, maybe
Yeah, that's what I'm
something like
thinking.
that.
The bell tower, somewhere around there.
Yeah, probably by the bell tower would probably end up being a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
Also, you got, but yeah, go to the student stores, go to the bell tower, look at it, gawk at it, love it, and then
Hope it
walk
gets lit
in.
up blue.
Hope it gets lit up blue.
I wonder if they do that
Uh,
still. Was that
oh,
a is that
absolutely.
you think that was a Matt Brown thing?
Nah,
I haven't heard
I
anything
think
about helmet stickers.
that I haven't heard, and honestly, I fully expect them not to do it.
Yeah.
But I thought about us continuing on the tradition. I don't know yet. We'll see.
Okay.
I got 8 hours to decide.
No. You got 7.
Shoot, it is 1 o'clock, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, dude, there's a lot that's gonna be happening. But yeah, that's my game day tradition. On the way back, either you're celebrating and walking with a crowd, or you're sulking and you're walking with a crowd on the way out. And you walk all the way back through the entire campus, everything, and get back to your vehicle. Depending on the time of the game, sometimes you can get back pretty early, and still have time to be able to go get something to eat. I think like you went to Raising Cane's or something like that after the baseball game
Yeah.
last year,
Yeah. That
or early
that's
this year,
that's
technically.
that's probably the state. That's probably going to be the staple for the Mitten household is Raising Cane's. Got to run, fellas. See y'all this evening, and as always goes, go Hills, Ron. We'll see you later, buddy. Bring that pretty bring that pretty face to the camera now. Dress up in your best
Bring
suit.
that pretty camera to the face.
Hey man, I had to do a lot of talking, man. My words was all tied and twisted. I was
Guys,
out here.
I wish you could see what my
Don't do it.
text feed
Don't do
looks
it.
like from
Don't
my
do it.
brother
Don't do it.
when
You shouldn't do
I
this.
call him and like, hey, bro, like I'm not gonna make it. I need you to do this on your own until I can get there, or you just got to do it on your own. Like it is crazy the amount of oh gods. You would think that we were in some sort of like snuff film or something like that, and they was just reading the words back to me there.
Look, some people are made for play-by-play. Some people are made for color. You are the play-by-play.
And some are just scared to death.
I'm the color commentator. You are the play-by-play.
Shaking like a dog crapping peach seeds.
So when you ask the color guy to be the play-by-play guy, he's not used to having. He doesn't like doing all the talking. He just likes to interject the little funny comments here and there, and the tidbits you don't expect to see. And that's me. I'm the color guy. You're the play-by-play guy.
Yeah.
And I had reached my limit right about the time you came on.
Yeah, your wife texted me on the way, like a few minutes into it. Actually, as a matter of fact, as the cops were rolling up, I heard in my ear from Ashley. I think it was something in the lungs of like, "Please help him" or something like that. So she's doing good work behind the scenes, trying to make sure we're good.
It's tough in these streets, man. It's hard out here in the streets.
Oh man, all this for you guys. There's so many. He's definitely terrified. I think go Heels. Human hair, go Heels. I'm trying to. I know my eyes are all up in the screen here.
I forgot. see, we put up game day traditions. I started one. Human Hair had one. Oh, right here. Human Hair said Owls is huge for burgers. Four Corners is a great sports bar. Yep, that's that one. Um, uh, I think that's the only one that put any I think that was the only person to put in anything pregame related into the chat.
Please give him something to talk about, to be exact. There you
Yeah, man, this was a fun first game day.
go. Nick.
I enjoyed it, man.
Yeah, this is a good one. This is the starter. The next, so okay, what we're so this is going to be. I'm sorry. I'm kind of thinking about all this stuff like as I'm.
Well, there's 80 people watching a production meeting. It's okay. Let's go.
That's very good. Yeah. Kevin. Yeah. Showed up at the Dean Dome University. Oh, you're talking about Jordan. There it is. You're going to be on campus today. Nick, unfortunately, no, not today. I will not be on campus. I will be on campus every home game after this one. We had already made the commitment to do the watch party with you guys, and I wanted to make sure that held. If we put our word to something, we're gonna get it done. And if we're not gonna get it done, we're gonna come to you guys and tell you exactly why and what's going on. So yes, we won't be on campus today, but the next time Tar Heel game day, I'm honestly back and forth of whether or not to do this for away games too. Like to see how many we got 80 in the chat.
Do it for away games.
Yeah, do it for away games too, even if it's just a little bit, however long we can do it. We want to get this thing moving, get the thing going, and we're really looking forward to seeing what happens right here in the future, man. This is going to be a lot of fun, and we're super excited. The next time on a home game day, I will be in Chapel Hill, and this live stream will be in Chapel Hill. So if you happen to be at the Richmond game, keep your eyes and ears open. And I got to find a place to film and do the live stream. That's the place. That's the hard part about it. I'm like super red faced. I didn't realize how red faced I was right now.
Well, I know Mom doesn't watch our content.
Who?
Mom.
I'm talking about the what's up, guys? Big fans.
Hey, thank you, Porter. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go, Nathan. I'm sorry. There you go.
Thank you. Porter Whitehouse, what's going on, brother? By the way, this is the first time he's got some Twitter comments in here. I haven't ever saw this before.
Yeah.
Because it actually identifies where they're coming from.
Yeah,
So I'm glad to see Twitter going crazy.
Food, brother. I'll be at every damn game. I wish I was at every damn game.
Nick, come out, brother.
Go hang out with Nathan Hill.
Yeah. Yeah, Porter, I just completely read that comment there, Porter. The little screen on my phone here. I got the biggest daggum phone I could get, and the screen's still too small for me. Dude, I was saying, appreciate that.
Mom doesn't watch our content because she was calling me.
Oh.
Yeah, she was calling me. I was like, yeah, well, our own mother don't even watch us. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, she'll wear our T-shirt, so I guess everything, the one T-shirt.
That keeps us afloat.
Yeah, that levels out and everything. So, but sure enough,
yeah,
we'll be in. I got to figure out a place to film to do this live show at when we get there. That has kind of been the hard spot of all of it. So, going to be contacting some local businesses. I'll put it to you that way. Boom. See what happens. If anything happens, great. We'll see what happens there. Maybe you guys can come out to one of the local businesses. I've actually had one in mind for a while, and we'll see what's going on there, and then maybe even stop by.
Go sit up at the salon.
I was about to say, dude, I go hang out at Human Hair and get my hair did, and do like a barbershop Tar Heel game. Hey, that'd be legit right there. That'd be something.
There you go.
So, man, super excited for game day, man. We will see you guys at 6:30 tonight. You guys are gonna be seeing us grilling out, having a good time, chilling out, and getting ready. I just realized I actually have a flag, a UNC flag.
I got the chickens.
He's got chickens.
They're already been cut up too.
Have they?
And nice little strips.
Nice. Tori texted me earlier as I was cutting grass. He's like, "Hey man, anything I need to bring?" I hadn't. I called him. I actually tried to get him on here with you, but he was busy. He had just got done cutting grass himself, so he was busy. But I thought about telling him like, "Hey man, if you have one of those sweet potato pies, just
You got any of them pies, Tori? You out there and these followers, watchers? You got them pies, man.
Kevin Minson knows about those pies.
Kevin mentioned us about them pies.
Yes, he does. I love Kev, dude. Kev's a good dude. And Kevin McAllister, all you guys in the chat today have been awesome, man. Glad to see you guys.
Yeah, man. It's
And
been a breath of fresh air. So less talking. I can do more answering. I can answer anything. Like creating the questions and the answers, that's what gets difficult.
oh man, like Dr. Fraser Crane over here on the radio. Hello, my name is Dr. Fraser Crane. I'm listening. Oh boy, I love it to death, bro. So it's been a great time, man. Alan, you're gonna have to get us out of here because I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
new to this whole thing.
I think I'm going to take us home.
Take us home.
Take us home. Well, you know what it is, man. We appreciate y'all hanging out. Come back and see us 6:30. Come grill some chicken. You can't have the chicken unless you come by the place. You want the spot to come pull up and hang out. Well, just come hit us in the DMs if you're close. We got 8 pounds of chicken, a couple pounds of macaroni and cheese. We'll have some cookies, maybe some pies. Who knows? You want to come hang out with the Hill Brothers?
Oh, no, that was me.
We'll come hang out at the house, whatever. Yeah, man, it's been a good time. This is the first of hopefully many of the Tar Heel game days. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope y'all come back tonight at 6:30 for the cookout watch party pregame, all the way through the game, all the way after the game reaction show. One big thing. We'll be up till like 1 o'clock in the morning celebrating or crying. Who knows? But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. We appreciate you. Nathan, thank you for coming through with your gracing us with your presence. And we're going to get out of here. We'll see y'all at 6:30. And as always,
Go Heels.
Duke sucks.
Real bad.